When it comes to premium tactical flashlights, Cloud Defensive has built a reputation for making some of the toughest and highest performing lights on the market. But instead of simply chasing bigger candela numbers like everyone else, the new Cloud Defensive MCH Duty takes a slightly different approach. And honestly, that's what makes this flashlight so interesting. On paper, some people might look at the specs and immediately ask why it has only 50,000 candela when there are plenty of handheld lights pushing well over 100,000. But once you understand what this light was actually designed to do, the decisions start making a lot more sense. This isn't just another high candela beam built for maximum throw. It's designed to be a true duty flashlight that balances distance, flood, durability, and real-world usability. So, after looking at everything it offers, let's see whether the Cloud Defensive MCH Duty actually lives up to the hype. Starting with the numbers, the MCH Duty delivers an impressive 1800 lumens paired with 50,000 candela, and while those candela numbers may not sound groundbreaking anymore, the real story is how Cloud Defensive chose to use those lumens. Instead of focusing every bit of output into one extremely tight hotspot, they've spread more of that light into the surrounding spill. The result is a flashlight that still has plenty of reach, easily illuminating targets out to around 100 yards, but also lights up everything around that hotspot. That's a huge advantage during building searches, clearing large rooms, walking through wooded trails, checking barns or outbuildings, or simply navigating around your property at night. In real-world situations, having a wider field of view is often more useful than having an incredibly narrow beam that only lights up a small area. Rather than constantly moving the flashlight around trying to see what's beside you, the MCH Duty gives you a much broader picture with every click of the switch. One thing we really like is that Cloud Defensive didn't try to make this flashlight fit every possible role. They already have smaller lights that work great for everyday pocket carry, but the MCH Duty is aimed at users who want something more robust for demanding environments. It's slightly larger than the standard MCH 2.0, but not by much. The extra size allows for improved ergonomics, a larger thermal capacity, and much higher overall output. Whether it's sitting beside your bed, riding in a patrol vehicle, living in your truck, or staying inside your camping gear, this feels like a flashlight that's built for serious work rather than casual everyday carry. That larger body also makes it much easier to maintain a solid grip, especially while wearing gloves or working in wet conditions. Another feature we appreciate is the flexibility. The MCH Duty isn't locked into one operating mode. Instead, it's fully programmable with 5 different mode configurations. You can run it as a single output light if that's your preference, or choose between high to low, low to high, high, medium, low, and several other combinations depending on how you normally use your flashlight. That makes it equally comfortable for tactical applications, outdoor adventures, emergency preparedness, or everyday utility work. It's also dual fuel compatible. Under normal use, it runs on its rechargeable battery, but if you're ever caught in an emergency, you can simply drop in CR127 batteries and keep going. That's a small feature that can make a huge difference when charging isn't an option.
Cloud Defensive has always emphasized durability, and honestly, the MCH Duty might be the toughest handheld flashlight they've built so far. The bezel uses heat-treated S7 tool steel, finished with a black nitride coating for exceptional strength. This isn't marketed as an impact tool, but it's clearly designed to survive the kind of abuse that duty gear regularly sees. Whether it gets dropped onto concrete, tossed around in a truck, or used in harsh outdoor environments, it feels built to handle serious punishment. The front glass is also noticeably thicker than what's found on many competing lights, and if you somehow manage to break it, replacing the lens is surprisingly simple. Just unscrew the bezel, swap in the replacement glass, reinstall the O-ring, tighten everything back down, and you're back in business within a minute or two. That's a feature we don't see very often, and it can save both downtime and warranty headaches. Cloud Defensive also included several thoughtful features that improve everyday usability. One of those is their ND protection system, which helps prevent accidental activation inside your pocket, backpack, or gear bag. If you've ever pulled out a flashlight that's been cooking itself inside your pocket for half an hour, you already know how useful this feature can be. It not only prevents uncomfortable surprises, but also helps preserve battery life when you need the light most. The flashlight also comes with a standard pocket clip and remains fully compatible with the Thime switchback, which is great news for law enforcement officers, military personnel, and anyone already invested in that carry system. This is probably the biggest point that separates the MCH Duty from many competitors. Right now, the flashlight market seems obsessed with candela race. Every new release tries to push even tighter beams and even longer throw. And while there's absolutely a place for extremely high candela lights, they aren't automatically the best solution for every situation. If you're changing a tire at night, searching inside your home during a power outage, checking equipment around camp, or navigating a building, an ultra-tight beam can actually become frustrating. You end up illuminating one tiny area while everything else disappears into darkness. The MCH Duty takes a different approach by giving you nearly 2,000 lumens spread across a much larger usable area. You still get excellent throw, but you also gain dramatically better situational awareness. For many users, that's going to be far more practical than chasing maximum candela numbers. We think the MCH Duty is aimed at a pretty wide audience. Obviously, law enforcement officers, military personnel, firefighters, EMS crews, and other first responders will appreciate the rugged construction and excellent beam pattern. The 5000K emitter also performs well in smoke, fog, steam, and other airborne particulates, making it especially useful during emergency situations where visibility is already compromised. Whether you're searching around your property, checking a campsite, exploring trails after sunset, working inside a garage, or dealing with an unexpected power outage, the beam pattern feels extremely well balanced for real-world use. At the end of the day, the Cloud Defensive MCH Duty isn't trying to win the candela race. Instead, it's trying to be one of the most practical heavy-duty flashlights you can actually use every single day, and we think it succeeds. The combination of 1800 lumens, 50,000 candela, programmable output modes, dual fuel compatibility, S7 tool steel construction, field serviceable lens replacement, accidental activation protection, and outstanding durability creates a flashlight that's incredibly versatile without feeling overcomplicated. Sure, if your only goal is maximum beam distance, there are lights that throw farther. But if you're looking for a premium flashlight that delivers outstanding visibility, excellent spill, dependable performance, and enough durability to survive years of hard use, the MCH Duty makes a very strong case for itself. For us, this feels like one of those tools that's designed around how people actually use a flashlight, instead of simply chasing bigger specification numbers. And that's exactly what makes the Cloud Defensive MCH Duty worth paying attention to. That was all for today. See you in the next one.